I'm gonna put something in perspective for you guys. Ever caught yourself buying one of these? Odds of winning, not so great. Odds of winning one of the 3 prizes in our giveaway, 1 in 300. Listen guys, I just want to remind you what we're giving away. This isn't just a measly giveaway. We're talking a $10,000 build for your truck. We partnered with Hope for the Day to get you a set of wheels, tires, and suspension. Archon off-road wheels, you pick the size, you pick the model, you pick the finish, as long as it's in stock, they're yours. And then you pick the design that you have Hand Row Studios custom engraved for you. Superlift suspension, literally you can pick any kit you want, 4-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch. We're gonna wrap the wheels for you in some Mickey Thompson tires. If you don't win the full build, we have 2 other prizes we're giving away as well. It'd be way easier to convince your wife to let you buy a hoodie or a t-shirt. So head on over to the website, customoffsets.com/giveaway. If you have the chance to win $20 back on your scratcher, or you have the chance to build your truck, I know what I'm choosing.
What's going on, guys? I'm Fuller from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. And if anyone ever told you you couldn't daily drive a lifted truck, I'm here to tell you they're very wrong. But there's a few things you should probably keep in mind. So obviously I've had my hands on lots of different trucks and driven everything from mini trucks to semis, stock trucks, level trucks, massive lifted trucks, even lowered trucks, you name it. But time and time again, I hear people, usually people who don't even have a lifted truck, saying that dailying a lifted truck sucks, or it's not practical, or the ride quality is shit. But that's not necessarily the truth. Now, the key to maintaining your factory ride quality, or even improving upon it, is using quality parts. And I'm not joking when I tell you that after I put the Fox coilovers from BDS on my F-150, the ride was substantially better than stock. It was actually frustrating how many people didn't believe me or thought that I was just saying that because we sell BDS kits and Fox coilovers on the website. But genuinely, it was better. Now, I abused the absolute hell out of that truck, which was super entertaining because I was out doing Raptor things with an F-150 Platinum, and I really enjoyed the looks that people gave me. But that too is really a testament to the BDS quality and their no fine print warranty. And now I don't want this to sound like a big sales pitch for BDS, because there are lots of other companies out there too that make good products, but that's just the brand that I've had the most experience with as far as daily driving goes. So that's really what it comes down to, is quality parts with the correct suspension geometry. Now the bigger you go, the more important it is to select a kit that has drop brackets and components designed to help retain as close to factory CV axle angles and ball joint angles with your upper control arms and all that stuff. Now, many of the BDS kits come with new upper control arms for that reason, but if you find a kit without them, know that you can always upgrade after the fact too, and that applies to kits outside of BDS as well. There's lots of options out there in the aftermarket world for aftermarket upper control arms. Outside of ride quality, the next biggest complaint that I hear people talk about is fuel mileage, and rightfully so, especially with how fuel prices have been on the rise recently. Now, obviously, lifting your truck changes its aerodynamic profile, and if you're adding a lift, you're probably adding larger wheels and tires. At least I hope you would, because, well, that would just look silly. But yes, your mileage is going to decrease when you have more air flowing underneath the truck and more rolling mass with larger wheels and tires. Now, how much really depends on your vehicle. I mean, as far as how much your mileage is going to decrease. Now, on my F-150, the lower valence that's installed by the factory for better fuel mileage was removed for better look and additional clearance as well. I think Ford rates it at like 16 miles per gallon city and 22 highway, and before the modifications, I averaged probably about 18.5 or so. Now, I saw a decrease to around 15 or 16 once I had the suspension, the wheels, the tires, all that installed. So really, it's a pretty marginal decrease. Now, I had the EcoBoost, so I didn't really notice a loss of power or anything like that. You know, I didn't feel any different as far as speed goes, mostly because you can just spool the turbos and get some extra power without the truck needing to drop a gear. So it really still drove a lot like a stock truck. Now, diesels are pretty similar. You might lose 2 or 3 miles per gallon, but nothing drastic. Your standard naturally aspirated V8 might see a bit more of a loss, and you might find it shifting a bit more, but a nice engine tune and transmission tune really go a long way, especially in the GM trucks. The transmission tune is a game changer. When Banker built his last Silverado, the mileage loss was a bit more significant. I think GM says the truck's supposed to get like 18 highway, but the few times that I was driving it, I really only averaged like 11 to 12 miles per gallon, but part of that is too because Banker puts an exhaust on it and I can't keep my foot off the floor. Now, when it comes to the mechanics of actually driving around, you know, like parking, lane position, turning, I don't really find it all that much different than a stock truck, to be honest. You get used to it in really a short period of time. So even something huge like the K350, I was carting around the C-Boys in that for a week, and by the end of it, I was whipping it around like it was a stock truck. You could do highway speeds, no problem. Small parking lots get a little bit tricky, but if you can back it in, you're golden. You know, like anything, the more time you spend doing that one thing, the more comfortable you get with it. So it's no different than backing up a trailer or learning any new skill, really. Then of course we have towing, which is the internet's favorite argument to make. When you use the proper equipment though, you're not gonna run into problems because 90% of you guys that are watching this don't ever max out your towing capacity anyway. Get yourself a Gen Y hitch, load your trailer properly, and send it down the road. Now, if you're the guy watching this that you've got a Cummins, you pull a gooseneck with a skidder or a mini excavator or whatever it is, you know, every day bringing stuff to the job site, then yeah, you probably won't put a massive lift on your truck, but there's nothing wrong with a BDS level, some new shocks, and a dope set of wheels that you're just gonna call advertising and write it off anyway. So if I've convinced you not to listen to your uncle with a slight drinking problem and just lift your truck anyway, you can head over to customoffsets.com and check out all the offerings from BDS to get that nice ride quality and peace of mind that I got, or feel free to check out any of our other suspension kits to find something that works best for your build and your budget. Peace.